Hello, I'm IBXToyCat, and today is Thursday, which means I'm going to be live streaming to both YouTube and Twitch. So, although I live stream most days on Twitch, Thursday is the day I stream on both YouTube and Twitch. So, if you can't watch on Twitch, now is the day for you. So, basically, if you want to watch the primary stream, you'll be watching on Twitch, where the chat will be. And if you want to just, be able to stream it, if you can't see Twitch for some reason, then YouTube's the thing for you. It also means there's a video version of it on YouTube later, so that might be cool for people that can't attend the live stream. But yeah, that's the live stream set up. Let's go into what we're actually playing, because that's the important part of the video, and those are two separate minigames. The first one is Race to the Center, a completely new minigame that I've made myself that I really like from the testing games I've played so far, and the second one I'll reveal later. So Race to the Center is a game mode for 6 players. If you're wondering how it's 6 players, though most of my ones are 4. I made the map as ideal as possible for multiplayer loading. So the entire map, you can see all of this is made in 6 chunks. I measured the chunk boundaries properly, so that means that even in the one chunk you spawn in, you can actually see a really decent amount. You won't be surprised attacked from another chunk. Even with really bad connection and with 6 of us there, it's going to be quite likely. You can still do quite well, and the host doesn't get a serious advantage. Like a lot of maps seem to be designed that way. But basically, yeah, so there's 6 cells, one for each of the 6 players. You can play it 4-player, of course, or 3-player, or any other amount of players, but 6 players is where one cell each has its own person, and you start with a chest which just has a sapling, some bone meal, some food, of course, and a leather helmet, just to make you feel good about yourself, and you also have a 3x3 patch of dirt and a 3x3 patch of stone. Of course, you can use the 3x3 patch of dirt to grow your tree and get some wood going. You can also use the stone to get some stone if you want to make a stone pickaxe right from your cell. But the important part of the game is in the center here. So it's called Race to the Center for a reason. This is where all of the ores are, so this is where a lot of the action is happening, because you need to get these ores, to get the better ores, and, to make armor and stuff, because in the center here, there is a block of obsidian that once it's broken, you basically win the game. The official way the game ends is if you destroy everyone else, which you can do by destroying their bed, then killing them one more time, kind of like in my 1v1 2v2 map, but if you get to the middle here, basically the armor in there is all protection 4, and it gives you a sword which can 2-hit people, as well as lighting them on fire, which means that basically, if you get this, you can kill everyone. They can't do anything to you, they do 0 damage to you, you do pretty much maximum damage to them, and it's kind of ridiculous. So there are 2 ways to win this, basically, destroying everyone else or getting to the center, which is just a way of getting there. So since everyone needs to race to the center, because once you get to the center you win, basically, it means that obviously the center is highly watched, and because you can't just chill in your cell to win, everyone's always rushing into the center. There's crazy combat happening all along this corridor all the time. It's really fun, and it makes for an intense game mode, because if you see someone on the mining the block, then you have just 10 seconds to rush over to them, get them off, and try and win that way. It's a really fun little game from the games I've played so far. There's a lot of ores in the center, by the way. There's diamonds underneath there now. There didn't used to be that, and it makes for some really intense games where you don't know if you're going to win or lose. It's just you got to try your hardest. So yeah, as I said, 6-player game. It's interesting because it's very different to anything else I've ever seen in Minecraft X660, and I think it makes for, yeah, as I said, one of the more unique experiences, and it's one of the games I'm going to be live streaming. So the second game, I'll just quickly flip over to now. Okay, so this is the second map we're going to be playing. It's of course another variant on Skywars, or Skywars 3 as I like to call it. And I figured because I want to make all the Skywars maps really different, not just slight variants, this map I've got a really interesting twist on it, or a couple of very interesting twists. So the first one is that in the center here, instead of being a center island, it's a center villager house. This is recreated, it's not just a village in the sky of course, but basically, there is a villager in here, and you have to break in if you want to get there, or go underneath the island. And also, to make it more interesting there, underneath the island, so you can go through his house to either the ceiling here, which is where all the enchanting table, the anvil, and the brewing stand are, if you want either of those things. But if you go underneath the island, this is where the diamond and emerald mine is, so if you can get down here and, get uninterrupted for a while, you can kind of win the game, because you get a lot of diamonds and emeralds. So yeah, I'll explain why emeralds are useful later, but also, the second thing that makes it interesting is that between each island, to stop people from, just being immune if they make a little base, I've made it so both ways onto the island have a little brick pathway here, which means you only need about 5 or 6 blocks to actually rush over to someone's island if they're not looking, because you can obviously just jump straight from here. Obviously, you might want to be a bit more careful than that, but you can get someone's island really quickly with these little pathways. They mean you have to use some blocks, so you can't just instantly rush over there while they're crafting one thing, but it really makes the game pretty interesting in my opinion, because people are always rushing over to you. You kind of want to avoid them. So yeah, the reason they're made out of emeralds, by the way, is because if you mine these blocks and you get a lot of emeralds, there's about 30, almost 30 emeralds you can get from each of these islands. You can use those emeralds then in the center to get yourself some good stuff from the blacksmith, because he has all the trades available. You can buy an iron hoe, you can buy an iron pickaxe, you can buy diamond leggings, and you can buy a diamond pickaxe. Of course, you really only probably want a diamond leggings and diamond pickaxe, and they're going to help you out a lot when you go to the diamond mines. So emeralds have a lot of use in this map, and they make for a pretty interesting dynamic. So, yeah, this is the center, those are the corner islands, and I really like how this has played out so far. I'm curious to see if anyone has just a winning strategy, because I used to think that just rushing out to the sides was the best way, but I've been knocked off quite a few times doing that. So you really need to work out the best way to play it. Also, just as an interesting thing, the islands are shaped slightly differently, and they have one gold ore in them each. So that can come in quite handy, because you don't actually have your own golden apple. So here's the chest. It has projectile protection on the helmet, and it's also chain instead of leather. You also get 5 arrows though, so it kind of balances out, because you do less damage per arrow, but since it has knockback, you really have to be careful, because they have a lot of arrows. You get a regular sapling, you get free bone meal, a block of ice instead of a bucket of water. So if you want it, you can't abuse water. You get one bit of water, and once it's gone, it's gone. And then you get the thorns free enchantment and some flint. So the flint's for making arrows, because if you go to here, you can get the feathers you need. Of course, because there's 2 chickens inside each of them. I hope. Wait, one sec. Let's make sure. Yeah, there's 2. Oh, this one only has 1 chicken. Oh no, there's a second chicken there. But yeah, there's 2 chickens inside each of the things. And if you combine that sticks and the flint you get from the chest, it's basically a way of getting extra arrows if you get to the corner islands. So I wanted to give more incentive, people who weren't just going for emeralds, because emeralds are a fairly hard sell. And then also you get the thorns enchantment, so if you can get enough levels, I think it might be 17, and then race to the anvil in the center, you can put thorns on one of your pieces of armor, which means if anyone attacks you, they get hurt in return. So, really a game changer if you can get the levels, which is actually fairly easy to get if you have the emeralds here. So yeah, very interesting little different bit of a map. Hopefully, we see some interesting different strategies. I'm curious to see how it gets played. Again, it's got the same philosophy if it's built in a small number of chunks, so you can see people really easily. I hope to see as many of you guys over at the live stream tonight, either on YouTube or Twitch. As possible. It'd be pretty swell to see a lot of you guys there. Just bear in mind, I will only be reading the chat from Twitch, so I'm looking forward to the live stream. Hopefully you guys are too. Let's play some PvP games together. So hope to see you guys there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow, maybe. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching, and goodbye. So if you enjoyed this video, you might want to quickly check out my last couple videos, because they've both been very important news videos, or not important, but very pertinent news videos. So on the left, we've got the new water mob was finally revealed, and so I used some gameplay of it, you know, I tried to fight them basically, and I got a little destroyed in the end, but it was still pretty interesting. And on the right, you'll see my new biomes video. Basically, lots of people have been spreading around a rumor that there's going to be new biomes on the Xbox One. That's not actually true, but I do explain the new biomes that will be eventually coming, as well as the 13 we have right now. So hopefully one of those to interest you. Thanks for watching, and let's go to some Green Hill Zone.